Hey there everyone, welcome to another episode of Chasing Cuts. My name is Hayden and today we're in the Uinta Mountains. Finally, the snow has melted mostly and the ice is off the lakes, so we're gonna give a special lake a try. A lake that, according to my research, should hold cutthroat trout. That's what this channel is all about, chasing cuts. So we're gonna see if we can find them. I think I found the outflow creek that leads to the lake, so I'm gonna maybe try and fish this creek in a couple places if I see fish. Otherwise, we're gonna just go up to the lake and start fishing. Here we go. So right now I'm just looking for spots that might hold a cutthroat here in the creek, or just any fish, I don't care. There's not a ton of deeper pools, and it's a pretty small creek, so I'm not like super confident that there will be fish sitting in here, but we'll try some of these spots. Hopefully I can see if there's a fish just by spooking one, but I haven't seen one yet. Absolutely beautiful section right here leading up to the lake, where we have these cascades kind of coming down the rocks. Still haven't seen any fish here, so we're probably just gonna head up to the lake. We've got to be awful close to the lake, but as we get higher up you can see some remaining snow drifts, and the whole area is kind of moist and soggy. The creek has leveled out a bit, but even in flat stretches where you'd expect there to be fish, I just wasn't seeing anything. So I'm just marching on till I get to the lake. Well, here we are folks, made it to the lake, perfectly still. There are some other folks on the other side of the lake, so I'm gonna give them plenty of room, but beautiful conditions, no ice. I have yet to see if, oh, there's a fish that rose. Okay, we're in luck, we can fish. So we're gonna go ahead and get our rig set up and throw it out there and see if we can catch a fish. Well guys, I have no idea the size, the quality, location, or anything of these fish, but we're gonna throw it out there and give it a good old hard college try. I have a dry on the top because there was at least one fish that rose, but I also have a dropper on there, just a little nymph looking thing, and we'll see what the fish are more interested in. I'm hoping to see something cruising, but I have yet to see anything. So I had just stopped recording when a fish rose right so close, like within feet of my fly. So I know that fishing this distance isn't the issue, it's just a matter of having a fish actually see my setup. There's a fish over here rising that I'm trying to cast to, but I don't want to spook it at all costs. It's a difficult place to cast too. Oh, and now a fish just rose right where I was. Oh, I don't know if the camera was on, but that guy came up and went for it. Oh, sweet. Oh, it looks like a tiger. We got ourselves a tiger trout. Very sweet. Oh, look at that, you guys. Healthy tiger trout. Oh, I'm glad we got something. He ended up going for a beetle. All right, show him off for the camera. Beautiful fish, measuring in at just about 16 inches, 15 and a half or so. Great tiger trout. Get a photo, take a look, awesome, and off he goes. I just saw him cruising, and then sure enough, once he saw my dry, he went right for it. So exactly what I was hoping would happen. Hopefully we can find some more fish like that. There's a fish that's been rising out here a few times. So, luck permitting and trees and casting and everything, we're gonna try and cast over there to where he's been rising. There he rose again. Oh, It looked like he had gone for the fly. Let's try that again. I think that was perfect though. Looks like some folks and their dog are coming in over there. And then there's the folks over there on that side, so definitely not alone here at this lake today. Lots of folks choosing to hike in. Hey there everyone. Just making my way back to the FJ Cruiser. I was up at the lake, fished for about an hour and a half, and just fishing was incredibly slow. Not a lot of risers, practically no cruising fish except for the one that I just happened to be in the right place at the right time for. And then I was getting kind of swarmed by all the other fishermen that showed up. Like a group of about 8 people came all around me, and their dog was jumping in the water. And you know, I like being up here for kind of the solitude and for a better chance of catching fish. So we're gonna go try some other waters and see if we can find some trout. Hey there everyone. The travels I have been on, you would not believe. I drove like a madman to get over here, and then I've been hiking for a little bit, but now we're in this beautiful, pristine meadow. And this meadow, I've fished before. There's some ponds, and it has awesome cutthroat trout fishing. So we're gonna see if we can get lucky today, and if not, there's a lake nearby, and we'll give that a try. So here we are in the meadow. I just saw a fish rise right over there, and another one up the creek a little bit. So we're just gonna work our way up this river and through the ponds and see what we can catch. It's a bit marshy, so I wore my wet wading boots. I figured there's no way this time of year to be up here without getting a little wet, so might as well embrace it with the wading boots. There are fish swimming around down there, but they're not showing a ton of interest in my fly necessarily. I might do a classic dropper setup and tie a dropper fly on just to see if maybe that will get the fish biting. So it looks like the fish are mostly feeding subsurface, so I tied on a tiny little dropper. Oh, and see, instantly a fish tried to go for it, so let's see what they do. There we go. Yeah, went for the dropper. That might be the ticket today. There we go, a cutthroat. There we have it, first cutthroat of the day. Beautiful little fish. Great, we'll set him free. Oops, he got free already. And he's swimming through the swampy water. He'll make it back to the pond, they all connect. Well, one fish down. See how many more we can get. There, oh, he had it in his mouth. I just had too much slack in my line, so I couldn't set the hook properly. That's too bad. I'm just gonna keep working my way up the creek. I see one fish who's kind of interested. Oh, he had it in his mouth for a second. So that worked. Oh, there we go. That's a nice one. No! And he got off. Well, it was worth a shot. I think just because of the clarity of the creek and the openness, they're able to see me pretty well. But there's a fish. That guy came out of nowhere and decided to play. Nice. A little better than our last one too. Beautiful, beautiful fish. There he is. And there he goes. Back into the river. Yeah, that's one of the better sized ones in there too. I'm glad he took the foy. Well, let's see what else we can find. Ooh, there was one that went right for the dry fly. The instant it hit the water. Great. There we go. You can see him right there. Gorgeous. Off he goes. This part of the creek has really undercut banks, so there's plenty of places for the fish to hide and be safe. Ooh, there's another one. Yeah, he went right for the dry fly right when I got it in the right spot. Oh, he has a little bit more color to him. Pretty fish. Kind of a unique thing about this guy, he has spots on his belly. Look at that. That's so pretty. But yeah, great fish. We'll send him back. There he goes. Ooh, I think we had one go for the dry. Ooh, went for the dropper. Love to see it. This is a nice spot. The fish must be kind of stacked up in the top right before it gets into the pond, and so we're able to pull a lot out of there. There he is. Beautiful cutthroat in a beautiful place. There you go. Ah, much better. Let's see if we can find some slightly bigger fish out here in the open. There's a fish swimming right here, right below my feet. I wonder if I drag the fly over to him, if he'll go for it. Oh, yep. Oh, that was awesome. I hope you guys could have seen that. I just dragged my fly past him because that's what the spiders are doing. The spiders are like running across the water and then they chase him down and go for him. But yeah, great additional cutthroat trout. There we go. There's our cutthroat, looking pretty. And off he goes. Oh, one just rose right there. Right now I'm just looking for another cruiser. See, look, there's a spider running right there. So if I could duplicate that, the fish really like that. One just rose over there. So let's throw our fly over. Nope, yep, he went for it. Awesome. I bet you a fish is gonna get that spider. And we got it. There he is, our little cutthroat friend. And off he goes, hiding underneath those undercut banks. Let's see if we can find another one. Ooh, something went for our dropper. Our dry fly disappeared. Oh, I swear it went for it again. I swear that's like the 4th time I've hooked up on probably the same fish, and it's gotten off every time. There we go. I don't know if that's the same one, but finally casting it over there caught one. There we go, buddy. A little smaller and with few big spots, which is fun. There we go. And off he goes. Oh, no way, we have a double, you guys. No, one of them got off. But for reals, guys, we had a double. We had 2 fish on. This one got like foul hooked, so it must have been an accident. Like one got on and then the other one got accidentally hooked, but oh, we had a double. There we go. There's one. There he is again. Back into the pond. That was pretty funny. Man, that would have been my first ever double if that had worked out. Ooh, we had a small fish go up and try to hit one of my dries, or the dry. Ooh, we had another take. Ooh, he's interested. Oh, that's a nice sized one. Best one. Best one of the day. Oh, yes. Oh man, what a fish. What a surprise. Yeah, that guy is probably just over our kind of like 12-inch max that I was talking about. Oh, what a great fish. That's epic. This fish is right around the 13.5-inch mark. Surprised to catch a fish this big in here. Oh, Love it. Love it, love it. All right, let's let this guy go. Once more for the camera. Awesome fish. And look, even some spots on the belly. That's so cool. Okay. And off he goes. Man, I'm glad I fished the creek right there. That was great. There we go. I saw him chase down our little dropper. There he is, and there he goes. Ooh, nice. That's another nice sized one. Maybe not as big as I thought, but still really nice fish. Really pretty color on it too. Love to see it. Great color on that fish. There he goes. Funny how fish just need to kind of be properly put in the water or else they just don't do well. Specifically trout. I know that's a trout thing. Ooh, there we go. That guy went for the dry. Great. And in the net. Man, this has been my first fish for a minute. Kind of going through a dry spell. Thanks for playing. And you can see just a pretty example of a Bonneville cutthroat. That's what subspecies these would be. Oh. Good, I saw that guy shoot up from the bottom to get it. It's nice to see more fish going for the dry fly. There he is. Perfect. Off he goes. I don't know if you can see down in this pool, but there's fish just kind of sitting in the current, all swimming around, having a good old time. But I don't think my dropper gets far enough down to interest them. Oh, there we have one, there we have one. Oh, nice. Ooh, this one doesn't have a lot of spots. A little more naked than some of them. Barbus hook comes right out. Great fish. Gotta love those colors. One last look. And back into the watery realm it goes. I think there might be some more up in that run. So let's see if we can get them. Ooh, there's another one. See, that's just like the perfect run to snag them out of. There we go. Another healthy cutthroat. Love to see the slash right there. Off you go. See if there's any others up there. Yeah, just the tiniest little fish went for my dry. Funny. My hands are still wet from the last fish. Oh, I don't know if you saw him, but he was only about that long. He was pretty small. Oh, he's right down in there in the water, but it would be hard to see him. That was funny. That fish went over the little waterfall to get the fly. That was awesome. Oh, and I think then he got foul hooked on my bottom. Yep. Sorry there, buddy. And there we go, another fish. So beautiful. Look at how clear that water is. We'll probably drink that water, but through a life straw. I'm not gonna drink it just straight up. That's a recipe for bad news. Oh, we had a tiny fish try to hit the dry. There's another guy. Might have been the same one. Still pretty small, but we'll get him back in the water quick. There we go. Just a little guy. Back into the depths. So I'm just hiking my way up the creek, and it gets really steep, and look at this. There's even a waterfall. But we're headed up there. We're gonna make it up to the top of this. Well, after that hike, this is our destination. Our final stop today is beautiful Uinta Lake. I just got up here. I've yet to see something rise, but the wind makes the water a little bit choppy, so it's hard to see maybe if there is a rise. But we'll check it out. We'll fish for a little bit, see if we see any cruisers, and hopefully we'll get lucky. Oh yeah, there was a rise way out there, so we are in luck. There are fish. It's pretty windy up here, so it's blowing my line all over, and I'm sure it makes it sound great on the camera. Well guys, I wasn't even looking at my fly. I was just pulling it in to cast again, and wouldn't you know it, we've got a fish. Oh, it's a brook trout. Nice. There you go. Great. Great brook trout. Well, there you go, everyone. A brook trout from this beautiful lake. There you go, buddy. Off he goes through that clear, clear water. Awesome. Well, pretty much for that one, I just cast it out as far as I could cast, and luckily a fish found it, so maybe I'll try doing that same thing. Oh, we have a fish. As I was dragging it in, I thought I could see one chasing it, and sure enough, another brook trout. Perfect. Hey, no complaints there. I'll take whatever I can get. It's still pretty. Kind of really light colored, that one is. But there you go, buddy. Fish on, as you can see. Just because it's kind of few and far between on these fish, I'm not recording just all the time, but just once I hook up. And it looks like we got ourselves another brook, which is great. They're all going for the same fly, kind of like a black beetle pattern with long legs. Must be similar to whatever is naturally out there. Oop, there you go. Another classic brook trout. Woo, there he goes. Kind of spazzing out, but he will manage. So I found the secret recipe for these fish is to just slowly drag in the flies across the surface, and that usually gets a reaction after a while from these fish. I've seen them follow, and I've seen them, you know, attack it like this guy. There he goes. So I'll just keep trying that and see if I can catch more. I know that there's bigger fish in this lake, but I'd have to start fishing streamers for that and wade out pretty deep, but I don't have wading stuff, so I'm just gonna keep fishing the shore, see what I can find. I casted it out there and I had a fish attack it almost right away. Gonna see if I can duplicate that success. Another brookie in the net. Yeah, it's fun. It's just kind of few and far between, but when they do show up, it's great to hook up on these brook trout. There you go, another brook. We had one rise right by my line, not for my flies, but for something else. We had another taker on the good old beetle. Looks like another brook trout. I know for a fact that there are, or at least were, tiger trout in here, but those are the bigger ones that hang out deeper. These guys like to hang out in the shallows, which makes them a bit easier to catch. This one's a nice one. This is probably my best one so far. And off he goes. Cool to see him swimming through the grass so quick. I can hear water running through the rocks somewhere into the lake. Oh, just right over there. It kind of streams in, probably from all this melting snow. While I wasn't looking, this guy came and attacked the fly. Looks like another brook trout, but a decently sized one. Probably, yeah. Wow, look at the mouth on that guy. It's huge. It's not like a huge fish, but probably my biggest one so far. 13-inch fish, which isn't bad. Beautiful brook trout. Great colors on them. My favorite thing about them is their little blue halos. That's so cool. And we will send him on his way. He has a cool little bit of yellow on his jaw. Pretty neat. Thanks for playing, fish. Yeah, some of these I don't even see them hit the fly. I just all of a sudden notice, oh, my flies are gone. And there's a fish on. I was headed back towards the trail and I saw this guy cruising, and sure enough, we caught him. He came right up for it. Thanks for letting me catch you. Bye. There he goes. I love seeing a cruising trout and getting to place the flies just right, and they come by and just think, oh, look at that, what a great place for a meal. And then boom, it was a trap. It works out so nicely. So I threw on the dropper. Ooh. And we have a fish that's interested. Oh, it might have, oh, it must have foul hooked. Great colors on this fish though. Oh, it might be a tiger. Let's see. Nope, just a really colorful brook trout. Wow. Yeah, I think that might be a new best for the day as far as brook trout go. At that guy. Great colors, even a little bit of the red or pink on his belly, the orange. The blue halos are so vivid. Nice size fish. Great fish, just about 13 inches on that guy. Beautiful colors. See ya. And with that, I think it is time to go home. Thank you so much for watching. I'm glad that we were able to try a few places. That tiger trout at the very beginning of the day ended up being the nicest fish, but sure enough, we found some cuts and also caught some brook trout. So a 3-species day. Had a lot of fun, hiked all around, but I'm tired, hungry, ready to go home. So thank you again so much for watching. Like, subscribe, check out other videos on the channel if you're interested in native cutthroat trout fishing. And tune in next time for more fishing adventures. Tight lines.